OK, my next guest is a controversial figure who's been described as the biggest mouth in Fleet Street. His best-selling memoir, The Insider, was actually one of the most revealing, addictive and juicy exposés I've ever read. It details lunches and liaisons with Princess Diana, the Blairs and just about every other famous person you can think of. He presented tabloid tales on BBC One, and he was responsible for the headline, Achtung, Surrender, which ran the day before England played Germany in the European Championship. Oh, he's a shocker.
I always wanted to be a journalist. It is the most exciting and exhilarating job to have.
I was very fortunate to be able to edit a newspaper through those extraordinary times. The scoop I was proudest of was when we got our guy undercover at Buckingham Palace. That was about as exciting as it gets.
The Daily Mirror has printed a front-page apology for publishing fake photographs of British troops abusing an Iraqi prisoner.
He's definitely not resigning.
No.
The editor of the Daily Mirror is sacked over the pictures of abused Iraqi prisoners.
I'm damned if I'm going to issue an unequivocal apology before we know the facts of those pictures.
Tabloid newspapers are slowly going out of fashion. TV is a much more powerful medium now.
Right from the start, I was famous for nothing.
Pure theatre, comic theatre.
It's Piers Morgan!
How are you?
Oh, I'm better after that. What a shocking intro that was.
Why, what was shocking about
You
that?
were lovely to her.
Because I'm a nice person.
We're just...
Right, that's it. You just behave yourself. Always causes me trouble, this one. Always.
Me too.
Terrible creature.
I love her for it.
Creature!
In that piece of shocking VT that you really didn't like very much, you did say that your favourite scoop was the one where you got the journalist into Buckingham Palace. Why was that your favourite?
I think because it started like all the best things with someone saying, look, they're advertising for a footman on the Buckingham Palace website. I said, well, let's just for a laugh, let's apply. And it was so funny because we got a guy called Ryan Parry, a junior reporter, and we said to him, right, go and apply for this job. He was so good as a footman, within 3 weeks he'd been promoted to senior footman and was now serving the Queen and Prince Philip their breakfast. And it just got more and more surreal. This guy, only about 4 or 5 of us knew in the paper what was going on. And so the real sort of journalists were getting on with their day job. And we were getting more and more excited about this amazing scoop.
But he must have been so excited.
Well, he was so cool about it. I remember him ringing me most days saying, hey, boss, do you want me to take a submachine gun in today? I was like, no, don't take the submachine gun in. It was a genuine scandal. I mean, the fact that he was able to do all this was completely outrageous.
But the buzz you must have got from that.
It was amazing.
And the pat on the back, I imagine, because as an editor, that's a fantastic...
Yeah, I got fired soon afterwards, actually.
So, as a tabloid journalist, you were obviously the man for the job for Tabloid Tales, which is the TV show that you did, and which is where you...
Great big stars like Jade. But what do you actually do?
I've got a proper job. A mother is a proper job, Piers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a mother now, yeah.
But isn't being a celebrity a job nowadays?
It is. Well, yeah, I think it's... I mean, it's gone...
You are?
Yeah, but I don't...
Look, yeah, I'm a celeb, We are good mates. He secretly wants to be my husband.
I did.
He actually did. He asked. He said, I think it would make a great, OK photo shoot, Piers and Goody getting married.
What I said to her was, how much would we get if we secretly got married, didn't I?
No, but
you said about £200,000, didn't you?
No, more.
More than that.
Yeah.
You wrote The Insider, and obviously it's your memoirs from the decade that you were an editor. What were the most memorable stories for you?
Well, the one you mentioned about with the World Cup coming, the front page about the Germans, because I was brought up to believe that taking the mickey out of the Germans was something that British people did and should be encouraged to do. So I thought, when we drew Germany in the football, I thought, let's have a bit of a laugh. So we did up Paul Gascoigne in a tin helmet and did a headline, Achtung, Surrender, for you, Fritz, the Euro Championships are over. And generally had a damn good laugh. We invaded the German training ground and stole all their sunbeds. So that Jürgen Klinsmann had nowhere to go and towel himself off. I thought it was all quite funny. Anyway, apparently this was not funny. It got completely out of control. And I had to apologise on national television in between Dad's Army and a lower low. I remember thinking, so I stood there straight-faced on the news saying, I'd like to apologise to all Germans who were offended. And it cut to Gordon Kay going, oh, hello, hello. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I've still got it on my wall and I still find it funny, but there we are.
There were also very important times that you covered then, like the death of Princess Diana, Princess Margaret, Jill Dando, the war, all of that.
It was an extraordinary decade. I mean,
extraordinary. All of
Diana's death in particular. I mean, the whole Diana era, really, was the most extraordinary era for this country. I think it changed many things. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I was very close, but I knew her quite well. I used to have lunch with her and things. And I remember Diana coming in looking amazing, and she just said, you know, do you mind if Prince William joins us for lunch?
And you're like...
Well, actually, for a joke, I
hyperventilating.
said, that would be quite inconvenient, actually, Mum. And she went, oh, I'm terribly sorry. And I said, no, the future king wants to come to lunch. That's absolutely fine. But, of course, it then became complete torture, because I was sitting there having this amazing lunch with Diana and William, and, of course, every 10 seconds was another amazing story. And I wasn't allowed to go back and put it in the paper. So, yeah, William is coming out with all this stuff, and you're just thinking, God, this is...
Now, in the job that you've done, obviously, there must be many, many people whose backs you have well and truly got up. Now, I was just wondering, who would be your top 5 that would want to lamp you the next time they see you?
Well, some of them have already lamped me. It was...
Have you been hit?
Yes.
No.
I've got Jeremy Clarkson put that scar on my forehead. Yeah.
He put the scar, show me.
It's a little scar.
Quite a big scar.
Yes, it is.
It's Jeremy Clarkson, the...
Driving bloke. Yes, the guy that drives cars.
I can't believe it's him. He's a big lad.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like being hit by a wet fish.
Anyone else? Cherie.
Cherie would definitely hit me if she saw me again, yeah. Yeah, she and I had a terrible run. It all started quite amusingly because we got offered some topless pictures of Cherie.
You didn't?
I know.
No, shush now, that's not true.
It is true. And I bought them off the market.
Cherie Blair?
Cherie Blair, yeah. Well, how many Cherie do you know?
Oh, I don't know, I'm just trying to...
I thought you meant Cherie who was in the jungle.
Who?
See? This is why I had to clear it up.
Sorry, there are 2 different interviews going on here. Who was Cherie and what was the jungle?
Celebrity Jungle,
Is that
Cherie.
one of those stupid shows you're in?
Married to the football.
I know.
Piers, anyway.
Yeah, one of those...
Cherie Blair had her babs out.
You're out of control, aren't you? Put yourself together.
The thing is, though, if that were me, I'd be eternally grateful to you for buying them all
you would
and
think
not running them.
But it was quite weird, because when I got fired, I was just thinking, how can life get any worse? So I'm walking down Soho with my employment lawyer when this people carrier screeched to a halt, and I saw this huge mouth get out of the back, and I thought, oh, my God, it's Cherie. And she went, oh, hello. And I said, oh, hi. And she said, how are things? I said, well, I've been sacked, obviously. She said, oh, we're still celebrating.
Now, you have said that you always wanted to be the editor of The Observer.
No, I said a Sunday broadsheet, and the editor of The Observer took that quite personally and keeps saying...
Oh, really?
He wants my job. And if he's watching, I do.
OK.
Yeah, I'll start Monday.
But you'll take any broadsheet?
Yeah, but I like him. He's a friend. But yeah, I always thought... I don't want to do probably a daily paper, because it's quite hard work, you know. I don't want to work too hard, obviously. But I think the Sunday broadsheet, one of those big...
They're hard to read.
You know, those ones with the big, long words. Jade Goody in The Observer.
Do you know what?
Can you
She should
imagine
have
that?
a column. She
column,
should have
yeah.
a column.
Yeah.
Jade's World.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be very good.
Brilliant. You have got a paper coming out that you could give Jade a column in.
Actually, this would be right up your street. It's for 9 to 12-year-olds. You'll like this.
No, it's a really good idea.
really is.
I think it's a really good idea.
Oh,
Tell
actually,
us all.
to be serious for a minute, yeah, we're actually... I'm involved in a group who are launching the first ever children's national newspaper. Sorry, the first ever... I'm just trying to muscle you off this. This is my moment, all right? And it was,
It's called First News.
Yes, it's called First News. It's the first ever children's national newspaper aimed at 9 to 12-year-olds. And it's going to be a proper, informative, educational, entertaining, we hope, 24-page, tabloid-sized newspaper. And we've got Jamie Oliver on board, and we're hoping to get David Beckham with his football academy, Richard Branson, a lot of really big names. And everyone we've gone to loves the idea.
If you could sum up your life in a headline, have you ever thought about that? What would it be?
And to be honest, I mean, I joke about it. I mean, I've always loved interviewing Jade, for example, because what I love about her, aside from all the mickey taking I give her, is that you've got a great love of life, despite everything that's happened. And I always, when I wrote my book, I remember thinking so many people write memoirs where they just whinge and whine and say, I shouldn't have been sacked, all that rubbish. And I think I just was very lucky, you know. Jade's very lucky to be sitting here. You know, you've come from a dental surgery where you had no real hope of any real
And enormous
fulfilling
debt.
life, and now you've become one of the biggest celebrities in the country. And I might sneer about it and take the mickey and stuff, but I know how popular you are with this audience. Certainly a damn sight more than I am. So I think we should just occasionally say, you know what, we're just damn lucky.
I'm just normal and lucky.
Yeah. Normal and lucky. Should we leave it at that?
Yeah.
Is it normal and lucky? Because the other one was quite long.
Abnormal and lucky. Normal and lucky.
Thank you, Piers Morgan.
Thank you.